Welcome to The First Page, our video series featuring Thomas C. Foster, author of How to Read Literature Like a Professor. With Professor Foster as our guide, discover that the first page, first paragraph, even sometimes the first sentence of a novel, is the key for what is to come. The opening provides up to 18 important clues to the rest of the novel. Things like style, tone, mood, narrative identity and attitude, theme, and point of view are all here. So watch carefully as Foster delves into the first page of such HarperCollins classroom favorites as To Kill a Mockingbird, Their Eyes Were Watching God, and The Bean Trees. The Odyssey by Homer.
Hello again, and welcome. We've been talking entirely about novels in these discussions of getting books started, but today I'd like to talk about an older relative, much older. Before there were novels, there were verse narratives, of which the earliest were epics. The first ones in our Western tradition are the two of Homer, the Iliad and the Odyssey. There are many qualities these two share with novels, and a few major ones in which they differ. They are in verse, for one thing, the Odyssey being comprised of some 12,000 lines of poetry. And they were not written works in the first instance. While we can encounter them only because someone wrote them down, they existed for centuries as oral performance poems before being committed to papyrus. This last fact matters right from the first, as we see in Richmond Lattimore's translation. Tell me, Muse, of the man of many ways, who was driven far journeys after he had sacked Troy's sacred citadel. Many were they whose cities he saw, whose minds he learned of, many the pains he suffered in his spirit on the wide sea, struggling for his own life and the homecoming of his companions. Even so, he could not save his companions, hard though he strove to. They were destroyed by their own wild recklessness, fools who devoured the oxen of Helios, the sun god, and he took away the day of their homecoming. From some point here, goddess, daughter of Zeus, speak and begin our story. Now admit it, you wish all books started that way. We have the entire story at our fingertips. More importantly, from the perspective of the singer, we have appealed to the one being in the cosmos without whom we cannot succeed. This formula is called the invocation of the muse, and no oral epic can be without it. If you are about to undertake the singing of an extremely long poem, you need the help of Calliope, the muse of the epic, to help you with both memory and breath, which is what inspiration actually means. What you're about to undertake is extremely difficult. Heck, most people can't get through the national anthem without mishap. These invocations, however, have another duty. They tell us about coming attractions. The poem would have been recited at a public gathering, probably after dinner, with people milling about or just shifting in their seats, so there would have been distractions. And, this being Greece, the gathering would have involved wine. Rather a lot of wine. What with one thing and another, not everybody will hear every syllable. The most important feature of an oral epic, then, is repetition. Every teacher can tell you that saying something once is the same as not saying it at all. For best retention, they say things 3 times. So, too, in the epic, instructions are given at least twice and usually thrice. Zeus gives a message to Iris, or Hermes, who takes it to Odysseus, who probably then says it to whoever is standing closest to him. And on each occasion, the wording is exactly the same. In print, this can get a little boring, but in performance, it makes perfect sense. Invoking the muse is simply the first of many opportunities to repeat information. The poem does the same thing at the beginning of each subsequent book, only on a smaller level, and it does it all for you. Isn't it nice to know that the poet has your back?
For more information about The First Page, please visit www.harperacademic.com.